بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وإمام النبيين محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة وطيب التسليم. Today we are going to start our first lesson in our course Comparative Linguistics. This course is to compare between a number of languages. We are going to focus on English and Arabic to see the areas of interference, negative interference, and positive interference, in order to come out with the interlingual errors and the intralingual errors. The interlingual errors that derive from inserting the Arabic constructions or Arabic structure into English. And the intralingual errors derive from the difficulty of English. We are going to start with different subjects. First of all, as I explained in the course outline, we are going to touch the sound system, sound in isolation and sound in connected speech. Then we are going to see morphology, semantics, syntax, and grammar. So we are going to start with the sound system. First, looking to Arabic and English, we find that Arabic is a Semitic language, while English is Indo-European language. So the two languages do not relate to each other. Accordingly, their structure is completely asymmetrical. Their spelling is completely asymmetrical. Their pronunciation is also asymmetrical. So, for the sound system, English has 26 letters that produce 44 sounds, while Arabic has 28 letters that produce 31 sounds, mainly because we have three notations: nominative, accusative, and genitive. So the total is 31 letters that give 31 sounds. This means that there is some sort of correspondence between the alphabets and the sounds in Arabic. So what's written is directly pronounced, and what's pronounced is directly written in Arabic. However, in English, the situation is completely divergent. There is no matching or correspondence between the alphabets of English and the sounds of English. So what's written is not necessarily pronounced, and what is pronounced not necessarily written. This is a very difficult area in English that makes this language quite difficult for the Arab learners of English. We are going to analyze the sound system of English and Arabic and see the differences between the two languages in this domain. We are going to deduce the areas of difficulties and see how to treat them. We are going to see the errors, either interlingual errors or intralingual errors, that affect the listeners, your listeners who speak about the sound system. So once you interpret to others, if you insert the Arabic system into English, you come out with a heavy accent that cannot be understood by native speakers. This means that they will never understand you. So the first problem meeting or facing the interpreters is the wrong pronunciation. To avoid it, we need to pinpoint the areas of difficulties, the main errors committed, the main mistakes committed, because the errors are written while mistakes are spoken. So we are going to see the sound system. This means that we are going to see the mistakes in pronunciation, the interlingual mistakes that derive from Arabic and the interlingual mistakes that derive from the difficulty of English. For English, as you know, we have the consonants, which you are familiar with. Vowels, short vowels, long vowels, diphthongs. Still, we have the clusterization system. This is the sequence of a number of consonants in English. Do we have the same system in Arabic? Yes, we have consonants, we have vowels, and we have clusters in Arabic. But they differ from English in their number and their shape as well, and also their pronunciation. So we are going to see the consonants, first of all. Now, a consonant is formed when the airstream is restricted or stopped at some point between the vocal cords and the lips. If there be obstruction just in the air pipe or the mouth, this comes out with the consonants. However, the vowels, in the vowel pronunciation, there is no obstruction at all. So the airstream passes very smoothly in the air pipe and the mouth. Now, the place of pronunciation and manner of pronunciation of the consonants of English differ from them in Arabic. So we are going to see sound by sound and compare between English and Arabic. So we start with the English bilabial sounds. These are the p sound, b sound, and m sound. So we have three sounds, the p, b, and m. The p sound is not available in Arabic. The b sound is not also available in Arabic. We have the dark b in English, where the upper lip dominates the lower lip. So we say, for example, boy, boy. But in Arabic we say bab. If you observe my mouth, my lips, how could we pronounce bab? The two lips strike together. While in boy, the upper lip dominates the lower lip. So we say boy, like so. Book, book. So there is a difference between the b sound of English and the b sound of Arabic. The p is different. It's not available in Arabic at all. Okay? So these sounds are bilabial in English. However, the Arabic bilabials are also available in words like batta, the beginning of the word ba, madrasa, ma, and wisam, this is wa. Okay? We have the consonant wa, or the semi-vowel wa in English. It is also bilabial. Okay? So we have an area of difficulty here facing our students. Instead of saying, for example, people, the Palestinian people, they say the Palestinian people. So the mistake is in the pronunciation of the consonant P. What type of mistake is this? Is it interlingual or intralingual? Interlingual, because it derives from Arabic. When I say boy, boy, is that correct? Boy, is that correct? No, we have to say boy. So what type this mistake is? Is it intralingual or interlingual? No, it is interlingual because it derives from Arabic. We replace the Arabic ba into English ba. Boy, book. You get that? You understand? The labiodental sounds of English. We have two sounds that are the lower lip articulates against the upper teeth. However, in Arabic, we also have labiodental sounds. That is the only sound fa. Okay? So we don't have v sound. Consequently, our students cannot pronounce this. Mainly those who don't have this, who don't have, I think Arabic, standard Arabic doesn't have the sound v. So they replace it with the sound f. Instead of saying, for example, vot, they say fot. Very, they say very, ferry, etc. You find some mainly in the junior school. In the junior school, you find the students, the pupils commit such errors. The more the mentality of our pupils develop, and the more their learning process is developed, the more they avoid such mistakes. So we have an area of difficulty that is the sound available in the sound v. Okay? Mainly because it is not found in Arabic. Now we see the dental sounds of English. We have v. If you pronounce the two sounds, what do you notice? V. You find that the tip of the tongue articulates against the upper teeth. This is English. We have Arabic interdental sounds, but they differ completely from English. So we have the sound th, as in ذلك, as in th, as in thawr, ظ, as in ظفر. These sounds are interdental. The sounds are formed by the tongue between the upper and the lower teeth. When I say the, you find the tip of the tongue comes between the upper and lower teeth. Th of Arabic, th, it is the same. The same. So these sounds are interdental in Arabic. Now, this area is very difficult for the native speakers of English who learn Arabic as a second language or as a foreign language. They find difficulty in pronouncing the. Also, they found difficulty in pronouncing the which is not available here. However, the other sounds may be familiar to them. Okay? Now, the English alveolar sound. Here the tongue, the tip of the tongue articulates against the alveolar ridge. Okay? We have a number of sounds of English that are considered as alveolar. These are t, d, s, z, n, l, r. Okay? So these sounds are alveolar. However, such sounds, I mean the alveolar sound, s, z, t, d, okay? L, r. These sounds are very difficult to pronounce by the Arab learners of English, mainly because they are dental in Arabic. They are dental in Arabic, while they are alveolar in English. So instead of saying, for example, C, where the tip of the tongue articulates against the alveolar ridge, you find them say C, where the tip of the tongue comes between the upper and lower teeth. Okay? I say, for example, room. This is English. However, in Arabic, you find your students say room. Okay? Instead of pronouncing the flat r of English, they pronounce or they insert the trill r of Arabic. So, room. While in Arabic, it is room, as in ra'i. Ra'aytu. Okay? So this is a very difficult area for the Arab learners to pronounce. They confuse between the alveolar sounds and the dental sounds. We also have alveolar in Arabic. So we have, for example, the r sound, the l sound, the l sound, and the n sound. These are the only alveolars of Arabic, the alveolar sounds, the r, la, and we have na. These are alveolar. You find the tip of the tongue articulating against the alveolar ridge. While if you look to English, you find more sounds or more consonants pronounced in the area of the alveolar ridge of the mouth. Okay? So we have z, as in zoo. You find your students say zoo. So, you find your students say so, which is wrong. So you have to be familiar with the areas of difficulties in order to explain them very, very simply to your students. This will let them avoid such mistakes, or at least you as a teacher must be very proficient in pronouncing the English sounds. Otherwise, your students will imitate you, because you know imitation is very important just in learning the foreign language, or even in mastering the first language. And you've seen this in language acquisition. So we have also Arabic dentals like the ta, د, ض, س, ص, ز. Also we have the t sound. These are dental in Arabic. Okay? But their equivalents in English, except the ض, ص, ط, they are alveolar in English. Okay? So we see our students just transfer the Arabic system into English. So they commit serious mistakes in pronunciation, and this makes their language or their accent to be very heavy, and not to be understood by the native speakers of English. This problem is a very big dilemma for the interpreters who interpret for the native speakers of English. So if we have a delegation coming together and you were selected to be interpreters for them, you have to pronounce English very efficiently and very proficiently in order to avoid mistakes and to use a very shortcut way for transferring the translation to your audience very successfully, simply, and very clearly. We have the English alveopalatal sounds. These are sh, ch, j, j. Okay? Such sounds are alveopalatal in English. But the alveopalatal or the palatal sounds of Arabic differ. So we have ja, sha, two sounds. Also we have ya. So we don't have ch, j. So instead of saying judge, you find your students say judge. And instead of saying, for example, church, you find them say church. Chip, 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 you find your students say ship. This makes a confusion between the meaning or the connotational meaning of chip, chip, chip as a verb and ship. It is taken as a noun. So this makes confusion in listening, mainly in interpretation. Okay? Once you interpret to native speakers, or once native speakers listen to you, they will never understand you because you don't speak, at that sense, you don't speak English. You speak a different language. We have the English velar sounds. This is the three sounds k, g, n, three sounds g, k, and n, as in going, going, playing, reading, writing. We don't have ing in English. So those who pronounce it as writing, reading, playing, they are completely mistaken. So you have to say writing, reading, playing, okay? Singer, singer, okay? Don't say singer, it's out, okay? We have velar in Arabic as well. The sounds ka and the sounds a, kha. We have these sounds are looked to as velar. So we say kha, gha, ka, not a. Okay? So we have kamil, ghali, yes, kha as in Khan Yunus. Okay? So the gha sound and the kha sound are not found in English. So this is an area of difficulty for the English native speakers, the English learners of Arabic, because Arabic is learned as a foreign language, completely like English, like any other language. We have the English palatal sound. This is the yah sound. Okay? However, in Arabic we have more than this sound. We have the sha, ya, and ja. They are palatal in Arabic. Okay? So you find also an area of difficulty for the native speakers of English who learn Arabic as a foreign language. English learners of Arabic. They find difficulty in pronouncing the ja, ya, and sha. Okay? Because the place of articulation of these sounds differ from their place of articulation in English. So they are not palatal in English, while they are palatal in Arabic. We have the glottal sound ha in English, the only sound which is glottal, while in Arabic we have the hamza, the ah sound, and the ha sound. So you find your students commit serious errors in inserting the ah sound, the hamza, into English. This comes instead of the short vowel schwa. So instead of saying about, they say about. Instead of saying above, they say above. Okay? Instead of saying only, they say only. Instead of saying up, they say up. So there is no hamza in English. There is no ah in English. The only glottal sound is ha. So most of the Arab native speakers who learn English as a foreign language commit this serious mistake. They change the Schwa system into hamza system or ah system. Okay? Which is completely wrong. We have the sound ra, that is retroflex in American English and flat in British English. It is pronounced wherever it goes in the world in English, in American English. However, it is only pronounced once followed by a vowel in English accent, the RP accent. So I say, for example, farmer, player, reader. You find your students say reader, farmer, player, and this is completely wrong because the ra sound of Arabic is pronounced everywhere. So what you actually see in the class is that your students shift the Arabic ra instead of the English ra. Okay? So the trill ra instead of the flat ra. Okay? This is also another serious mistake which you have to make your students be aware of that at the very beginning of the teaching process. Okay? If they are adults, but for the youngsters, they can learn by imitation. They follow you. So this means that you have to pronounce them very correctly. You have to pronounce the ra sound very correctly. I mean the alveolar sound ra. Now, we have the vowels, the short vowels, the long vowels, the diphthongs, and the triphthongs. Okay? Also, they represent an area of difficulty, mainly the short vowels of English. We nearly have how many short vowels of English? Short vowels. You say? 7. Okay? We have 7 short vowels. However, in Arabic, we only have 3 short vowels: the nominative, accusative, and genitive. The 3 notations of Arabic: dhamma, fatha, kasra. They are not written, but they are pronounced. Okay? However, in English, we have 7 short vowels. These represent an area of difficulty, mainly the sounds, the eh sound and the eh sound, like sit, set, pet, bet, sex, sex. Okay? Your students find difficulty in just differentiating between them. Also, they replace the long vowel instead of the short vowel. So, for example, if I ask you about your nationality, what are you? You are Palestinians. So you are Palestinians. You have most of your students replace the S sound by E sound. So instead of saying Palestinians, they say Palestinians, which is completely wrong. This is another nationality. Okay? So we are Palestinians, and you have to say it very proudly. Okay? We still have another area of difficulty, which is very, very important. This is the Schwa system. English has weak forms, which are translated by the Schwa, mainly in connected speech. You have only one syllable of a word, which is stressed. Okay? This means that it is pronounced in a high pitch. However, the rest of the syllables are weak. Okay? So I say, for example, or who could say it? ذهبت إلى المدرسة. Could you translate it into English? I went to school. Hard luck. Next. The same. Out. احكي. طيب. I went to school. The preposition is not pronounced. The pronoun is not pronounced. It is weak form. The determiner is not pronounced in connected speech. The one syllable word is also weak. Okay? So I can say, for example, سأريكم اليوم تشريح الحصان. Today I want to show you the anatomy of a horse. Today I want to show you the anatomy of a horse. So you find some of the speakers of English say, today I want to show you the anatomy of the horse, which is completely wrong. Today I want to show you the anatomy of a horse. Of a horse, not of a horse. Because we don't have the Hamza in English. You see? So this is an area of difficulty. I mean, the Schwa system of English. The weak form of English is quite difficult. Your students must be familiar with it. Okay? In order not to pronounce the Arabic or to use the Arabic system into English. We don't have weak forms in Arabic. Okay? While we have them in English. Okay? So, you find them commit serious errors in reading. If you notice, the announcers, the TV announcer Khadija bin Ganna, for example, once reading the news bulletin, you find just one level of sound, flat level of sound. This is Arabic. However, if you look to Al Jazeera or BBC or CNN announcers, you find them sometimes raise their voices, sometimes not. This is, they use high pitches and low pitches, and this comes out with English. Okay? So we have what is called in English the stress system, which is an area of difficulty for the Arab native speakers, mainly because Arabic is of syllabic intervals, while English, it is of time intervals. Yani every single word of Arabic is stressed, but not necessarily every single word of English is stressed. Okay? So we have conditions for the stress, either in isolation and in connected speech. These altogether represent areas of difficulties, either the consonants, the vowels, which we are going to see next time, where we also going to touch the stress system. So if you could just revise the vowel system of English next time and be ready for discussion, inshallah. So all the best. Thank you very much. That's it.